Welcome to another exciting episode of Dadpuzzles podcast. Today we do have a remarkable guest with us, Mr. Perell Bess. He's on a mission to empower individuals and organizations with financial literacy. Um, as usual, please welcome my friend.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
Elated. I'm ecstatic.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited to hopefully reach even one person. I think if I reach one person, that is a success for me. So I'm just very grateful to even be on this platform.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. I truly appreciate you being here. And as you say, even if it's one person is being, impacted by it, we are still grateful. So thank you, sir. Thank you. One at a
Yeah,
time. We
but, uh, each one reach one.
That's it. Exactly, my friend. So can you talk a little bit about your background, sir? Because you do have quite a background, and I think it's good to have you, people for your background to represent that, so that dads can learn, and young kids as well, they can learn. Oh yeah, I can be that. I want to be Mr. Best. Please.
And I'm just here so I don't get fined. No, but all jokes aside, I'm an attorney by trade,
Mhm.
uh, but I'm in corporate. I work for a financial institution where I oversee third-party risk from a second line standpoint, making sure that those third parties are not bringing any financial, reputational, operational, legal, and so forth risk to the bank. And so what we do is what my responsibilities are is to attest what each is one, attest what kind of data they have, attest that they have all the securities, all the controls in place. I know it sounds boring, but a lot of time when you actually in it, it's actually
Mhm.
super exciting because you had like the bad guy per se and
Right.
threaten the corporations, the other vendors, like, hey, well, we can go somewhere else. So we
Mhm.
have, just to kind of give people an idea of what I do.
Mhm.
I oversee vendors like Apple. I oversee vendors like AT&T. Now I didn't have
Mhm.
anything to do with the cell phone stuff
Right.
with the service going down, but I
Right.
oversee some of those things because they have a technology um,
Components.
component to it. And
Mhm.
so that's my responsibility, but I handle all the laws, rules, and regs, making
Mhm.
sure that they are adhering to the laws, rules, and regs and policies, not only in the banking law we create, but
Mhm.
also what the cover governments in the different levels from federal to state and local, as well as regional. And so there's other people like me that's in
Mhm.
other regions that I work closely with, and we have a lot of courageous and conversations, and we have just challenging each other and just having that intellectual curiosity type of conversations.
Okay. Okay. Awesome, awesome. I noticed recently there was an event you had attended, with a BMH. Maybe like folks that do not know, can you speak a little bit about BMH?
Yeah, so BMH stands for Better Money Habits.
Mm-hmm.
And what we do is we go into the community, whether that's at a YMCA, whether that is at the high schools, churches,
Right,
any kind of organization there is. If someone is interested or want us to come in, we
right.
will talk to them. We let
Okay,
them know that, hey, we want you to make sure that you understand your money. We want to make sure that you understand credit. We
right.
want to make sure that you understand investments. We want to make sure that you understand that your money is your money, and you should stock your money
Mm-hmm.
at all times. You should be checking sun up to sun
Mm-hmm.
down and make sure that your money is doing what it's supposed to do. But you also want to make sure that your money is making money while you're sleeping and doing nothing more. Better yet, even talk to you, the
Mm-hmm.
great doctor himself with
Mm-hmm.
that puzzles. You want to make
Right.
sure that money. So when I go to my app, I just say, man, I done made $20 in 10
Mm-hmm.
minutes just talking.
Right,
And I ain't
right.
done nothing. So
Mm-hmm.
you want to make sure that we are being intentional,
Mm-hmm.
that we're being proactive,
Right.
and that we are breaking generational curses within the Black community. but not just Black
Right.
community, but even in other social
Right.
economic status levels, that we want to make sure that we're breaking those curses. We're breaking that mindset that
Right.
you have to live check by check, that you can
Mm-hmm.
literally make 50,000 and still be blind and half of money saved than somebody that's
Mm-hmm.
making 100,000. So we want to make sure that people understand to be disciplined,
Mm-hmm.
because discipline is one of the key things there, and be consistent.
Right, right. Awesome. In terms of this most recent event that you had like with the Kappa Leaguers, so we do have, like we might have our kids maybe in high school or middle school. Can you share with us so that maybe we can pass on that message to our kids, that as well,
Yeah,
just a little summary of
absolutely.
that.
So had the luxury and the pleasure and the privilege
Yes.
to go talk to the Kappa leaders, and that
Nice.
is the mentoring leg of Kappa Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay.
I happen to be a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, but we are all doing great work in the
Right.
community. And so one of
Mm-hmm.
my colleagues and good friends asked me as some individuals to come and speak. And
Right.
what we wanted to do is talk to these young men. And when I say these young men already doing investments, they already have credit cards, they already
Nice.
have checking accounts, savings
Right.
accounts, high yield investment accounts. But we wanted to have that conversation and make sure that they understand that when
Mm-hmm.
you put your money into a savings account, you want the interest rates to be high.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you're going to buy a house, you're
Right.
buying a car, or taking out some kind of loan, you want
Right.
those interest rates to be low.
Right.
So that way that you are paying all dollar for dollar. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you're trying to make the money,
Mm-hmm.
you want more money coming in, more so than you can even count it. So
Right.
give them that knowledge and understanding, that they also need to have the different percentages of, hey, 30% needs to go to your needs.
Mhm.
Hey, 50% needs to go to XYZ, or
Right.
20% needs to go here. So you need to know where to save your money. You need to know where to pay for your money. You also need to understand the wants as well. So there's
Mhm.
wants, there's needs. We talk about the
Mhm.
wants and needs.
Right.
Hey, we all need a cell phone, but do we
Right.
need the latest cell phone?
Right. Right. Right.
They not need a car, but then we need to go try to buy a Bentley, and now we're
Right.
paying, a
Mhm.
$2,000 car note.
Right.
Hey, do you need that big size house, or is it 3 to 4 bedroom house of this size for you?
Right. Right.
So it's
Mhm.
just all about looking at things and taking it and have everything within its relative standpoint there.
Okay. Okay. That's amazing. And and what about I think you had spoken with I think it was football guys as well. These are more matured.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
sure there the message is a little different. Well, what was the message compared to the
yeah.
to the high schoolers?
So we talked to the high schooler kids, because some of them were also middle schools, but then
Hmm.
we had the
Right.
privilege to talk to University of Charlotte
Right.
football team,
Right.
and we also now this year are talking to our HBC Justice DCF, better
Okay.
known ACSU, here
Okay.
in Charlotte. They're
Okay.
HBCU, and but to talk about the UNC Charlotte, their coach is actually a retired hedge fund manager. So
Okay.
their coach is very well to do.
Right.
It was very good to have him in on the conversations, because you're looking for validation. You're talking to see here what you're saying is
Right.
making sense, because you got a hedge fund guy that's
Right.
millionaire, but he has decided to not become a football coach.
Right.
So he's made money.
Right.
We're all trying to get to where he's at.
Right.
Those football players, they're eager because they know they're about to graduate. So they want to make sure that, hey, how am I supposed to invest? Am I supposed to buy stocks?
Right.
Am I supposed to buy bonds? Am I
Hmm.
supposed to put my money into a CD or high
Hmm.
yield? Well, one, we can't sell products,
Hmm.
and I'm not a certified financial advisor, but what I can tell you is there's a lot of different tools out there that you can shop around. But what
Right.
I can tell you from a high level standpoint is that when you're looking at things, you want to make sure that you're doing all your research. You
Hmm.
want to put this institution or this tool beside the teller
Right.
and see which ones is going to benefit you, both in the
Right.
short term, in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
And so those football players, we also did the money game.
Mm-hmm.
So money game, break them all out into
Mm-hmm.
groups, and then we give them different options. They have to buy a car. They have to
Mm-hmm.
buy uh, a home, or if they're gonna rent. They still
Right.
have the options, but we
Right.
did give them what they make a month.
Okay.
And then after they do that, they go, oh well, at the end we have this amount of money, and
Right.
then we have a actual last minute shocker to what we
Mm-hmm.
call life happens.
Right.
So now the left has happened. Now you got student loans. Now you got
Right.
this credit card. Now you got car repair. So now
And
they
we
have
got
to
this
back
mortgage
off.
going on. What's going on? Ah,
So
yeah,
now you
yeah.
have to factor that in on with the money that they have left over. So
Right.
now did you budget their proper amount of money and live
Mm-hmm.
the right way and still have enough money to do what you want to do? Or are you all cash strapped
Right.
because you wanted to have the big house, you wanted to have the brand new car, you wanted to have
Right.
to eat out every day, you
Right.
wanted to
Mm-hmm.
go to the movies and entertainment and buy concert tickets. And so everything, like I said, you gotta put everything in its perspective order, and look at it from that standpoint. But they enjoyed it. I mean, these guys really enjoyed it, and we hope to have some of them even at our company.
Oh, that's beautiful. And then also I saw, I think you had worked with, like with United Way, the financial empowerment, like empowerment series. This
Yes.
is almost like, it's the more education because it's a 6 weeks thing. Can you talk about
Yeah, so with the United Way, this
it?
was fascinating because I had never I volunteered in that way in
Right.
that phase and stuff that they
Mm-hmm.
have.
Right.
But they bring in community partners that have
Mm-hmm.
created nonprofit organizations that are impacting the community.
Wow. Nice.
But the purpose of this whole program was to teach them how to
Mm-hmm.
better manage their finances as a
Okay.
nonprofit. So we
Okay.
went in and, we were partnered with different nonprofit organizations to kind of be their mentor.
Okay.
And
Okay.
all of these organizations are doing phenomenal work. We got one, it's called Jumping Dreams. I'll tell you to look that up, and she is doing
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal work. Her name is Angelica Crawford,
Okay. Okay.
and her work is to get the kids. She is I think she might be a world champion. I know she's in Chapel. She's been
Right.
nationally recognized.
Nice.
But she's not the only one. You got the young man. He's doing. His name is Lawrence. But he's doing a program of basketball, just not just basketball, but this is one of
Right.
his programs. You
Right.
have another person that is sending kids off to college. So you got another one that you lose your parent at a young age. This
Mm-hmm.
is now supplemental from mental health, financial, and so forth, all the way until you turn 21,
Right.
to help you. So if you lose your parent at 10, now she
Mm-hmm.
has the resources to make sure that you're equipped to still keep going. So when I
Nice.
see these organizations,
Yeah.
they boots on the ground and they're
And
doing
they're
the
both
work.
non-profits. They're all non-profits.
All nonprofits,
Beautiful.
and they're
Yes.
doing amazing work. It makes you, even though I know I'm
Mm-hmm.
making an impact, when you
Mm-hmm.
hear it, it ain't I haven't done nothing.
Right.
They're doing their kind of work, but what we want to do is make sure that they understand their finances,
Mm-hmm.
understand, hey, there's grace out there.
Right.
Understand, hey, you need to be able to do this. Like, first, let's pay your bills.
Right.
Now let's see where you at.
Right.
Now let's see what we can do before
Beautiful.
you ever hire somebody else. Or maybe doing this
Okay.
full time. Is this just a part time? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what is your passion? Is this something that you really want to make an impact,
Mm-hmm.
in with the community using this actual organization? You
Mm-hmm.
know, you're not doing this to become rich, but are you
Mm-hmm.
doing, like, what's your purpose?
Right.
Because some people have a mindset like, well, I'm gonna do this nonprofit, me get these, $1 million grants, involve something I'm so no, you can't approach it that way. Your
Right.
approach for this nonprofit is to make an impact in the community. And
Absolutely.
so if you somehow do become successful from your
Mm-hmm.
organization, it should be happenstance and not intentional.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. As you do good, you get benefits along the way. That's beautiful. Yes,
That is
sir.
very true.
Yes, sir. And this month, I know is the end of it almost here, where you
It's
know,
never the end. I celebrate 365, 366 in a leap year.
thank you, my friend. This is actually everything. When there's Mother's Day, like Black History Month. I mean,
Yeah.
this for me. I always tell my wife and in my family, they know what time it is.
Hmm.
This is a year-round thing. So
Yes. Yes.
we don't have to pretend. But anyways, this being the month that the world focuses on it, can you
Right.
share a little bit, like a particular message to men of of African American, heritage, so that just to for them to be empowered.
Yeah, I think it's a very simple message.
Right.
It's a very simple message. We have to get back to being unified, or a simple word, as Queen Latifah said, unity,
Right.
unity.
Right.
And I know that, you want to make sure that your kids and your wife are good. I want to make
Right.
sure that my kid and my wife and my brother want to make sure that him and his wife are good. And
Right.
the list on.
Right.
But we can go for, like, you can go, if you want to, what's the saying? I'm trying to think of it. If you want to go far in life, you go together.
Right. Right.
And so the only way that we can go far in life is that we need to have that village. We need to come back and really all as a unified people. We're not
Right.
going to agree on everything.
Right.
And we're not going to all, but I don't want us to all agree on everything. But I also want to make sure that we have the same idea of where we're trying to go, though.
Absolutely. You have the bigger picture. Yes, my
The
friend.
bigger picture, bigger
Right.
picture. And
Right.
so my thing is, a lot of times people worry about the quick gratification.
Mm-hmm.
But I said we got to play the long game. We need to
Right.
play the 20, 30-year game. But we
Right.
can't be selfish in a sense. Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
I work hard for my daughter
Right.
because I know I'm going to be okay. But I want to make
Right.
sure that she is super okay
Right.
at the end of the day
Right.
because she didn't ask to be here. We chose to have her. And so for me, for you, for my brother, for my
Right.
sister, for my aunts, uncles, cousins, whoever,
Mm-hmm.
we have to get away from the selfish aspect of
Mm-hmm.
worrying about me. I didn't you. We're about the next generation that we need to set
Right.
for.
Right.
And I think that once we get to that point, everything, you'd be surprised how quick we then will also be able to enjoy the fruits of our labor because we are all working in unison. We're all working
Right.
together.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I think that that would be the message is like, let's cut through the noise
You're right.
and let's get together. I don't care if I'm African American, and a part of the descendants of slaves, which I know I am, or
Mm-hmm.
if my homeboy comes from Ghana
From
or comes
Tanzania or Jamaica or something.
because at the end of the day, when they see you, they see you.
Right.
Now,
Right.
because if I look
Mm-hmm.
at you, like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
he black. I hear you actually
Right.
like, oh, well, he's from another country,
Right. Right.
but it's still my brother.
Right.
At the end of the
Listen.
day,
Mm-hmm.
we still have some of the same plights. We still have some of the same struggles.
Right.
And so I think that for us, one, we still need to know our history.
Mm-hmm.
We need to also make sure that we tell our story. Because if we don't
Right.
tell our story, we'll
Mm-hmm.
let somebody else tell it. It's going to
It's not gonna be
be
the same. Yeah.
misinformed and we're going to be misled. So
Right.
we have to make sure that we tell our story,
Mm-hmm.
but also the people that look like us that have not, experienced the plight of
Mm-hmm.
being truly black in America or was born through the system
Mm-hmm.
of in slavery and everything like that. I
Mm-hmm.
tell them when it comes to this nation, please know the
Mm-hmm.
history so they can
Right.
understand where a lot of African Americans are coming from. No,
Mm-hmm.
most of us don't want, and that's every ethnic group in
Mm-hmm.
every race has lazy
Right.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right. It's given.
that's a
It's
given.
known. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the ones that are not lazy and we're still saying XYZ, we're
Mm-hmm.
not saying it because we don't want to work. We're saying it ain't deserve a chance to do.
Mm-hmm.
Give us our just due.
Right.
Just give us our just due. But I think the
That's
message would be unity. I know it sounds simple, but Unfortunately, you probably experienced certain
Oh,
black people that have walked.
please. Yes, it's really sad, but what you said, it really hits the point. So I don't want to go deep into that. But however, you see many opportunities where people can help each other, but they do not because they have those differences, whether they're from Africa, from one country, or they're from here and they treat you as not from here. But then
Colorism, all that.
yeah, that's really is really sad. But then also, this is I think also like your point about worrying about the next generation, so that we forget our trouble. That's beautiful because people can be they can look at that big picture, or we can even worry about each other as well. Not necessarily the next generation. We're the same generation that just worry. Oh, my friend Bess is doing really well there. Let me support him. For
Right.
instance,
Yeah.
now that we're in the social media, we have to be as open minded as we can. Look at for
Right.
instance, Clive Sheshe, right?
I love it.
He's doing amazing. After the Cat William, interview, he's been doing amazing. But we have
Yeah.
other folks in other backgrounds, like Joe Rogan and all these other guys. They've been doing these numbers all this time, but they don't go at each other to put each other down. But
No.
we think like, let me get my.
No.
That's
Well, real
embarrassing,
quick. There's plenty of space at the table
right?
for people who want to be successful.
Hmm.
And if you're on a stage, we can build a bigger stage for everybody to be, and we can put the spotlight on you when it's
Right,
time to put the spotlight on you.
right.
I've been watching Club Shay Shay and Shannon Sharp
Hmm.
since I've always been a fan of his, even when he was a football player.
Right.
I just love his confidence, but I loved how he always backed it up too.
Yes, he's
And
actually his work ethic is. I love it.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
he has a work that is unmatched.
Right.
And he's just a machine.
Right. So
But yeah,
yeah,
but unity,
we're being
exactly.
judged by it. So, but anyways, that's beautiful, my friend. Thank you so much for that message. Now,
Oh,
now
absolutely.
normally we had a tradition here at Dad Puzzles where I try to create a question to the next father.
Yeah.
So, what kind of question would you have to the next dad on the podcast?
So this is something that I ask my mentees a lot. And this is
Okay.
something that I actually have asked my mentors. What are your superpowers? And
Okay.
how have you used them to advance in your profession, your personal life?
Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Because
That's
we all have
amazing.
superpowers.
That is
We
true.
all we all have lessons that God has given us gifts.
Right.
But a lot of people are looking at somebody else's gift and trying to actually use that person's gift, and they're continuously failing and wondering,
Hmm.
like, why am I failing? Because
Hmm.
that's not your gift, that's not your superpower. Just you got to
Hmm.
figure out what your superpower is, because God
Right.
has all given us that gift of talent
Right.
as well as the gift of the superpower that we're good at. I'm great at networking with people.
Hmm.
I'm great at finding a common theme or
Right.
something we have in common with one another.
Right.
I don't need a stranger. My wife said, my
Hmm.
nickname here in Charlotte is the mayor.
Man, there you go.
I know that these little people, but
Right.
I just know them and like, oh, I literally have a conversation with them. I try
Right.
to, find that thing that we all can communicate and so forth
Right.
like that. But for me, my superpower is I'm loyal. My superpower
Hmm.
is I have a gift of gab, but
Hmm.
it's going to be intentional with my gift of gab. Uh,
Hmm.
I am one of those. Normally, you're gonna see a smile on my face.
Right.
Good day, bad day.
Hmm.
We all have bad days.
Right.
You're gonna see normally 9 out of 10 times a smile on my face. I'm a hard worker.
Hmm.
I am committed.
Right.
But a lot of my friends will tell you that my word is my bond. If I tell them to do something, I'm
Right.
going to do it.
That's it.
I'm going to do it. I'm
And
consistent.
right.
So those are my superpowers, and I try to apply them in
Hmm.
personal life as well as in my professional life.
Well, that's beautiful, and I think I will definitely pose that question.
Yeah.
I think you need to look at the situation. What are they good at? What's their superpower? Then you can go from there, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I do agree. But on the flip side, I'm not like going away from what I agree with, but
Right.
uh, I know why they do it though. They do it because if you're an engineer, if you're a doctor, if you're an attorney,
Right.
if you're in those fields will give you an above average
Security, pretty
standard of
much.
law and
Mm-hmm.
security
Right.
compared to if you're trying to be a musical artist or if you're
Mm-hmm.
trying to play basketball,
Mm-hmm.
if you're trying to play football, baseball, soccer, any other sports.
Right.
Because only a handful of people are that gifted to play at such a high level that a
Right.
LeBron James or Michael Jordan or
Right.
Kevin Durant, or a Emmett Smith or Shannon Sharp or
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders
Right.
or Hank Aaron or a Barry Bonds or a King Griffey Jr. or
Right.
a Messi or Pele Pele.
Oh man.
They
Yeah.
at those levels,
Mm-hmm.
they had to stand out above the field. And
Mm-hmm.
those are all that I named
Right.
have stood out above the field. I could say Bonds,
Right.
I could
Right.
say Joe,
Right.
I could say LeBron.
Diego or something,
Yeah,
like
but
Maradona, those guys, yeah. Mm-hmm.
when you get to you made it when you get to uh, just a person calling you by one name.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We'll say Oprah. If we say Oprah,
Right. Because
NJ,
he's that popular, yes. Mm-hmm.
that pop LeBron, we'll say LeBron,
Right. Mm-hmm.
KD. You start
Mm-hmm.
Steph. If I
Right.
say Steph, most people are gonna think of Steph Curry.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. No other shine. Which one? Yeah.
right. Allison.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
when you get to those levels, like people know LA,
Mm-hmm.
and still to me, he's still the greatest star player. Period.
Can't forget the Tic Tac. Absolutely, yes. Yes. My friend.
So I mean, so that would be my question for you
Mm-hmm.
to ask
The
the
next
next
guest.
guest,
Right.
or you can, or even throw it in there as a question like, "Hey, what's your superpower?"
Right. That's it.
I don't
Absolutely.
think a lot of people think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Right. My friend, thank you so much. And also, like, for instance, if you go to, I'm gonna jump a little bit about your family now, like with your,
Yeah.
what are the moment that made you think like, wow, this is my fatherhood moment right here, with in terms of you with your, like at home, you're like, you know what, this thing, because there's so many moments, I'm sure, but what particular moment stands out?
I have a couple. The
Mm-hmm.
first one is the delivery of my daughter. We didn't have a normal delivery. Um, my wife we get laid to the hospital.
Oh.
I was driving. My wife was in the back seat, so my wife delivered our daughter.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know what the gender was at that time, so
Mm-hmm.
that was the first moment.
Right.
The second moment now is now going through the process of selecting schools for her to go to kindergarten,
Right.
starting in August. So now it's like, whoa,
Oh, what's going on
she's
here?
growing up on me, and
Right. Right.
it's
Mm-hmm.
just a fatherhood moment.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter is very witty.
Mm-hmm.
I can get that from both of me and my wife. We're very quick with the puns.
Right. Right.
Like quick example of that. Unfortunately, my wife is under the weather right now, and
Mm-hmm.
so she's off in another part of the house, and so my
Mm-hmm.
daughter was upstairs to check on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I came upstairs before I took my daughter to school.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter's like, "Daddy, why are you upstairs?" I'm like, "Cause this is my house."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "No, Daddy, this is
Mm-hmm.
our house."
Oh man.
and so and so I could but like, wow. And so
Yeah.
that today was wacky sock day or crazy sock day. Just like
Uh-huh.
baby Ariel so can, go to school. So I told her
Right.
she get there on time. She said, "Daddy,
Mhm.
let's practice some patience." Because my brain got to the side with a sock out of nowhere.
Oh man. See those moments? It's beautiful, right?
And so
Right.
those let me know, and it's just a beautiful thing. So
Yes.
I can't imagine anybody that wants to harm the kids,
Hmm.
that it doesn't. It, I can't wrap my mind around that. No
Right, right.
inconsistent. So,
Hmm.
um, those are the fatherly moments. And my
Awesome.
daughter, is truly a blessing. I'm ecstatic to call myself a girl dad.
Nice, nice, awesome. And we had spoken here with a guest that she wrote a book called Girl Dad, and
Mhm.
she's also amazing. She wrote all those moments, and she actually interviewed dads like yourself, and she kind of shared all that into a book. And
Mhm.
she's in my episodes as well.
Nice.
Yes, sir. This is very beautiful, and because I noticed that there was a little bit of time there we did not speak about your dad. I'm gonna squeeze in that one last question about your
Yeah.
dad first. What are the fun like the memories that you're like, oh yeah, this is really, I miss that for this.
Well, I'm very unique. I wasn't raised by my dad.
Mm-hmm.
I was raised by my grandmother on my mom's side and my grandfather and my grandmother on my dad's side.
Okay, okay.
So I was in school time
Mm-hmm.
with my mom's mom, who did the
Right.
summer times with my dad. But me and my dad built a relationship as I got older. And
Mm-hmm.
now, all I have to tell you, I
Mm-hmm.
speak to my dad every day now. So I didn't
Nice.
have the childhood memories
Mm-hmm.
with my dad, but what I do appreciate about my father now is that my dad has never sugarcoated anything um, to
That's
me.
beautiful.
He's always provided the good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty,
Right.
about every situation. He's never shied away from his mistakes, anything of that nature. So that's one of the things that I've appreciated
Right.
um, about that relationship, is that I know that he's going to um, give it to me raw. It's not going to be
Right.
sugarcoated. It's not going to be the political
Absolutely.
correct way to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and so that will be the memory that I have, and that I appreciate from that standpoint. Now, from my grandfather who raised me, one of the things that's always stuck out to me is he would taught me how to play spades.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
so anytime I play spades, it kind of bring back a fond memory. Because even though they were in church, that was one of the actual pastimes that he didn't mind doing. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much for really sharing that. I truly appreciate that, and I really hope that folks will find this is inspiring and definitely is a practical wisdom from the whole the financial literacy background to your education background to your relationship with your family, my friend, and also the message to the folks, like especially men, about unity. That's beautiful. We appreciate
Yeah.
that.
UNITY.
Yes, sir. That's it.
That's unity. And time to create it. But I think that all raised by a village,
Hmm.
and the village is what made me
Right.
who I am,
Right.
uh, as a black man, as
Hmm.
a black father, as
Right.
a black husband, as a
Right.
black friend, um, as a black attorney,
Right.
black corporate America employee,
Right.
um, as a mentee, and as a mentor.
Right.
I believe
Absolutely.
that we have to embrace. We don't shy away from it.
Right.
Embrace it, and work. And don't run away from the challenge.
Right.
Run for it.
That's it. That's it. Thanks so much,
Uh,
Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, I believe we're gonna be our presence in Atlanta is gonna be huge because of none other than you, my friend. So I really look forward to working with you together going forward. As we say, this is a marathon, so we need to make an impact going forward. You know, one
okay.
person a week, one person a month in a lifetime. We really want to keep pushing that forward.
Each one reach one.
That's it, my friend. So thank you again.
Thank
So
you.
how can folks reach you, my friend?
I ain't going to see you on LinkedIn. Just Perell. I think it might be my middle name, Perell Bess.
All right.
Only put this name in right here. You can find me, and
Absolutely. I'll share that.
I'm pretty quick to respond.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for really doing this today. And so please, folks, stay tuned to dadpuzzle.com. Log in there, sign up for the future newsletters, and also check out this episode and many other episodes that we have, so you can learn about fatherhood. And we have a couple of things in store. So stay tuned, because we have some coaching, some courses coming up. So it's gonna be just amazing. It's gonna be all the puzzles in your life, my friend, right there on Dadpuzzles. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you.
Okay.